So, the long-awaited DJI Mini 3 is here, and it's being labelled Pro this time round, so the expectations are even higher. It looks unlike anything we've seen before from DJI with a whole bunch of new features, so let's get straight into it. Just a quick disclaimer, we aren't endorsed by DJI in any way. We buy these products as they're brought out and give honest and real reactions to anything we review. So the way this review is going to work is I'll talk about the design and price of the drone, then the specs and new features of this Mini 3 Pro, then I'll go into a footage comparison comparing the Mini 3 Pro to the Mini 2, the Autel Nano Plus and the Mavic 3. Finally, I'll give an overview, share some of my personal thoughts on the drone itself and how I think it could have been improved. Without further ado, let's finally get into it. So the Mini 3 Pro base model comes in at £709 here in the UK, which comes with a DJI RCN1, which you'll see with most drones. There is also an option of buying it with the new DJI RC version 3, which will come in at £859. We aren't going to be using that today, but keep an eye out for a future video on this brand new controller. There is also an option to buy this drone without any controller if you already own one of these basic DJI controllers, which I think is a great option from DJI, as we're getting a lot of customers who are swapping this for their Mini 2 or their Air 2s, those kind of drones which already come with this. In terms of getting extra flight time, the Fly More kit will cost you an extra £159. With that, you'll get 2 extra batteries, a charging hub for all your batteries, a complete backup set of propellers, and a nice bag to keep it all together. This kit is difficult to source at the moment, but I'm sure it'll become more easily available with time. So if you were to buy the Fly More kit and the new controller, then you're looking at around £1,018 for the whole package. A significant jump in terms of the Mini 2's price on release, but don't forget, this is a Pro version. So let's get into what makes it a Pro. So design-wise, there are some big differences between this new drone and its predecessor, the Mini 2. It's slightly bigger, but it's the same weight of course. The front arms are longer, as well as the propellers, so it will handle even stronger winds than the Mini 2, with DJI claiming up to 24 miles per hour, but we'll be testing that fully in a future video, as I believe it could go higher with this new frame. The arms are raised a good 1 to 2 inches off the ground, which makes it take off and landing from difficult areas a lot easier. A small change that I'm extremely happy about, which is the battery power button being on top as opposed to being on the bottom. The biggest changes are of course the cameras and the sensors, which brings us on to specs and new features. So features wise, it's 249 grams of course to keep it as regulation friendly as possible for many of the drone laws around the world. It has the usual master shots and time lapses, but everything else is new. The new Mini 3 Pro now offers tri-directional sensing, so unlike the previous model of the Mini 2, which could only sense downwards, it offers forwards and backwards. It has a 34-minute max flight time, and it also offers batteries that can fly up to 47 minutes. But these will take the drone over the 249 gram weight that makes it so sought after. And these are only available in select countries, of which Europe as a whole isn't one of them. For the first time, a Mini offers active track, and I'll be testing this fully in a future video, so make sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for that down the line. It also offers 12km 1080p video transmission. A brand new feature to any DJI drone is what they are calling true vertical shooting, where the camera can roll 90 degrees and film vertically for social media, TikTok, anything like that. And this is something that's growing, and it's a request among certain clients in the industry that's happening more often. It also offers hyperlapses for the first time on a Mini drone. Another feature that is brand new to DJI drones is a unique design for low angle shots with a tilt of up to 60 degrees, which is more than any other DJI drone. So, video wise, it can record up to 4K 60 FPS and 1080p at 120 FPS. So a massive potential for high quality slow motion footage, which is astonishing for this size of drone. Of course, the camera has been significantly increased with a 1/1.3 inch CMOS sensor that offers dual native ISO and an astonishing 48 megapixels. It also offers a D-Cine-like color profile with up to 10-bit. So this really is what you're starting to see when the pro aspects come into play. So for the first time, we have a drone that is under 250 grams and with quick picture quality that holds up against drones 3 times its size. So to fully test the drone, let's get on to the footage comparison. So here's some footage comparing the Mini 3 Pro to the Mini 2, Autel Nano Plus and the Mavic 3. All the settings are the same, with everything being shot in 4K 30 FPS and with the same white balance. In my opinion, the footage looks closest to the Mavic 3, which gives you a great insight as to how good this new camera is. The main differences are of course colour, but as I've said before, the colour profile of a camera can be the difference between £1,000 and £10,000 camera. I'm just going to hold the footage for a bit to give you a proper look, then we'll get into the final overview. So in my opinion, this drone is very much worthy of the Pro title, and for me, I need to get my hands on the unreleased ND filters to fully reap the rewards. But it's the first mini drone I've come across that offers ND filters, so this in itself is amazing. I think the price is fair and will come down over time like most bits of tech, but for now it is what it is. There are some things I would have liked to have seen or would have liked to seen on the next model, such as upward sensing, as that's where a lot of crashes can happen with things like return to home, and just sort of flying upwards is always going to be a bit of a problem with twigs and stuff. After the Mavic 3 came out with its fully wrapped case, I have to say I no longer have time for the plastic cases, so it would have been nice to have a smaller version of that come with this drone. This truly vertical filming is great, but I wish they went one further and offered a feature for the camera to roll all the way around like you can do with the Ronin gimbal to make for some really cool shots. As well as this, the 1.2 GB of built-in storage is great, but realistically that's going to give you 2, maybe 3 shots worth, so just a little bit more would have been nice. Finally, from a repair side of our company, we can tell you that these drones won't be as easily repaired as the legs go further into the body. And leg repairs are a lot of what we do, so keep that in mind and maybe consider getting the DJI care package when buying this drone. I personally don't see this as a successor to its previous model, Mini 2, as I believe that drone definitely still has a place in the market. However, like it's called, it's a pro version of it for people that are willing to spend a little bit extra on a drone that can avoid regulations but have the best picture quality possible. I will be doing a full video on the Mini 2 versus the Mini 3 Pro, so keep an eye out for that as well. Thanks for watching. Let us know your experiences with this brand new drone in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.